What's good? What's good? What's good? Where's Junior the Truth? Where's Junior the Truth? Dog, I know your guts is bubbling, man. You won. You won. You only a couple days away from that, man. You're only a couple days away from the end of Ohio as we know it. Ohio's on the line, dog. Ohio, all the champs. Rasheed Warren went down last year. Adrian Bronner went down years ago. Robert Easter Jr. went poof. Now Sean Porter, dog. It's going to be the last one. You got one man standing, Junior. You got one man standing. I saw them draw them on that underwear picture you put up on your channel, dog. That wasn't right. Justin March in the super chat. But let me say what's up to everybody, man. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Real happy to be hollering at y'all. Hard man, what's good? First one in the building once again. What's going on? The Boxing Creed. Donald, the 64-year-old G. Grant. What's good, man? Star City J. Ivy Webb. My lady, what is going on? King Louis 2 Boxing, man. Shout out to you. Please subscribe to King Louis 2 Boxing. Brothers UK, peace to you, man. Hope all is well with you. TC The Crisis. B&B Boxing, Joseph Brown in the building, Soul Power, Boxing Conversations with Reggie Owens was good. Gregory Wyatt, yes sir, Troll reporting for duty and on deck. Jafari Caesar, what's going on, man? Salute to my fellow Baldy. What's good? Emmanuel Bain Emmanuel Joseph Bain, salute. Jason Adams, what's going on? Craig L. My man, Justin Marsh, man. Much love in that super chat, sir. And Fight Week, you know it is. Finally. We had Fight Week last weekend, but you know, this ain't the same as this Fight Week. This was a big one. Eric Adams, what's going on, man? Justin March, Jose De Jesus, Jay Cooley, Ashanti L, Surf Flame, Michael James, Sierra S, how are you, lady? Orion Robinson, good day to you. Jay West, Mr. Vegas, H-Town 713, Philly Fight Doctor, DB, Rock Regal in the building, man. What's going on with you, man? Ricky Samuel, respect to you as well. Wookie Wook, B&B, all right. Said I have this weekend off. Yay, that's what's up. Mac Block Entertainment 78. All right, man, what's good? So we got about 100 people in the building, man. Now I want to talk to y'all, man, about this Gary Russell Jr. thing. Underground Asylum, much love in that super chat, man. I'm off today. Get to catch the show. That's what's up. Now, look, man, I got to talk about this Gary Russell Jr. thing. All right. Now, first, before I say it, I don't necessarily mind what he did because he didn't say it right to the guy. He didn't say it right to his father's face. You know, he didn't put his father in any harm's way. He didn't do anything like that. Right? Now, Philly Fight Doctor in the building. Much love. In that super chat. Thank you, sir. Let me bring my phone a little closer. So I don't really have a problem with what he did myself because I know what he's doing. He's clowning. Now he's a little bit of a jackass. You know what I mean? And it's obviously something to piss dude off. He said, I have no problems with how he called out Leo Jr. That's cool. Now, but let me say this, though. Y'all Negroes act like he didn't do what he did, though? Nah, man. Because I said, I put out a video. What's going on, Miss Boxing? And I said, did he cross the line? With question marks. Now, if you watch my videos, man, I put question marks at the end of things when I'm asking a question. Now, I know that might be difficult for some of y'all that want to talk shit to read a question mark and know that somebody's asking a question. Did he cross the line? Let's have a conversation. That's a question. That's not a statement. See, a period, you know what a period is? A period is a little dot at the end of a sentence. That's a statement. An exclamation mark is, yeah, he crossed the line. And you were emphatic about it. But the question mark means you asking a question. So for y'all to act like he didn't intend, to imply that he could hurt Leo Santa Cruz's daddy, you're lying. Okay? You know what's going on, Drew Titan? You know damn well what he was implying. Don't act like he wasn't implying it. He was. Okay? Now, everybody can say, yeah, you know he ain't serious. That's true. I mean, I don't have any problem with you saying that he wasn't serious. But don't act like he didn't imply with it. Don't you can say he was joking, but don't act like he was, that it didn't. That wasn't what he was joking about. Because he was definitely leaning that way, homie. So don't get all preachy on me, man. Don't get all preachy on me and be like, Fanon, it's your fault. You don't see that he's an upstanding young gentleman, that he's a major contributor and an excellent member of society, and he always has been. That's Mr. Gary Russell Jr. Yeah, no doubt about it. However, he did threaten the dude's daddy. Okay, he threatened the dude's daddy. He said, "See how easy it is for me to put my hands on him." Okay, that wasn't a direct threat, but that was an implied threat. You know what I mean? Let me walk up to your mama, put my hands on your mama, then walk away and say, see how easy it was for me to touch your mama? See how easy it was for me to walk up on your mama at any point in time? Your mama could be out on the sidewalk somewhere. I could just walk up behind her. You need to take care of your business with me. Come on, dude. That's what he did. Let's not act like that ain't what he did. Okay? If you're gonna act like that, don't act like I'm wrong because I saw exactly what the dude did. All right. And that's all I have to say. Drew Titan said that's in poor taste. Yeah, it was very savage. Now, I don't believe he was serious about it. But come on, man. No, these cats coming to my channel saying you're lying on Gary Russell Jr. All right, little DC Negro. All right, little DC Negro. I ain't lied on the dude. The dude said exactly what I said he said. It's on the video. Okay? It's on the video. I respect Gary for that. He's just a street dude. Hey, man. Hey, we can all respect different things about different people. I don't think the dude's daddy was in any risk. I don't think his dad's in any risk. It's whatever. You know what I mean? It's not like he got into the ring with PEDs. You know what I mean? It's not like he's Tyson Fury and got into the ring with Vladimir Klitschko under the influence of performance-enhancing drugs. You know what I mean? It's not like he's Dillian White and got into the ring with Oscar Rivas with under the influence of performance-enhancing drugs with gloves that were not approved. It's not like it's that type of situation. You know, the one that these same people that are talking shit say nothing about. And Steve Pipple, what's that pimply-faced Korean dude? What's that pimply-faced Korean dude name? Steve Kim. Steve Kim put on his Twitter, oh, that was straight gangsta, how he stepped to his father. Straight gangsta? Do you usually speak like that, Steve? Or is this just a special occasion for Gary Russell Jr.? I left on his page, man, that your microaggressions are showing. And if you don't know what microaggressions are, that's when you make little subtle things that tell people what you really think. Like when you walk up to a black woman and you say, "Can I touch your hair? Can I touch your hair?" Or when there's only one black dude in the room, you walk up to everybody else and like, "Hey, how you doing? Hey, how you doing? Hey, how you doing? What's up, brother? What's up, brother?" You know what I mean? And he's the only black dude. You didn't say "What's up, brother" to everybody else till you walked up to a black dude, but now you're talking to a black dude and it's "What's up, brother?" Did you say to Sergey Kovalev, "That's straight gangsta"? How you kicked that dog and beat that woman up? That was really straight gangsta. Did you do that, Steve? Did you? Did you? Huh? When what's that dude's name? Kurt Steedes. Remember when Kurt Steedes, he used to be like I think he was 154-pound champ maybe about 2 years ago. Little cat wound up going to jail because he was a part of like the Russian mafia and was like an enforcer for the Russian mafia. Did he say, man, that's straight gangster of you, Kirk Steeves, the way you beating up little kids, way you beating up women and little kids? Did you say straight gangster? Did you say, hey, that's straight gangster, Canelo, the way you got into tried to get into that ring on Computerall? Whatever, man. These dudes are wild. Yeah, Dark Truth. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. That is reserved for the people of the darker persuasion. That's straight gangster. How about that's just inappropriate? Why don't you speak like you really speak? That's inappropriate. That was highly inappropriate. What's going on, Ronald Gomez? He said, I popped this woman's hand for touching my hair, and she had the nerve to be offended. Exactly. Like, yeah, what? What do you mean? Why are you touching people's hair, man? He said, oh, that is gangster how they hid that B sample. Oh, yeah. Real gangster how they hid that B sample. He said, word, he didn't want the backlash, but you got it, but you're going to get it today. What are you talking about, Wookie Wook? Who didn't want the backlash that he's going to get it today? Oh, nor did he say that is for the motherland, comrade. Yeah, I mean, where is that? I mean, he said Steve Kim, he got it today. Everybody go to his page. Hey, we got 164 people. Please, anybody and everybody got the time, go to Steve Kim's page and blast him for that. Go to Steve Kim's Twitter page and ask him why he said that's straight gangster. Like, West Side? I mean, what the fuck? What is that, dude? Imagine Gary Russell Jr. getting jumped by 30 people after that video dropped. Did he get jumped by 30 people? He ain't nobody jumping that dude for that. Nobody jumping that dude for that. For what? He didn't do nothing. Come on, man. He's talking shit. What's somebody going to do? What's somebody going to jump him for? But you talking about, I'm sure he got a lot of backlash, but it don't matter. Leo Santa Cruz ain't going to fight him. I don't think that's going to work on Leo Santa Cruz. See, Leo Santa Cruz don't want to fight him. Leo Santa Cruz don't want to fight nobody he think he can lose to. Leo Santa Cruz is waiting for that trilogy, is waiting for another fight, see if he can get another one with Carl Frampton. Yeah, people do stupid things for pride, yeah, but you got to go into DC to do that. Them dudes ain't looking for him like that, man. He said, yep, blast his Twitter for real. Yeah, please blast that dude's Twitter for that, man. Because, see, that guy's like that, man. He's not European, but he really, really wants to be. So he's like one of these dudes that are going to make fun of black people so people don't make fun of his ass. You know what I mean? That type of thing. Like, let me focus everybody on the black guy in the room so that they won't realize that I'm pimply faced and not white either. But you know what I mean? That dude is whack as shit. Leo needs to handle that and fight him. Yeah, he needs to, but he ain't gonna. Which is what I would say to the people that want to step to Gary Russell Jr. Like, hold on, man, y'all ain't got to step to Gary Russell Jr. for that. Tell Gary Russell, tell Leo Santa Cruz to beat him up. I mean, why would they? This dude did that to your pops, and you want somebody else to go find him when you are a professional boxer and have the ability to get paid to do it? Why wouldn't you just go fight him? Seems like the more logical reason to me than trying to send somebody to DC to go get Gary Russell Jr. What do you think you're going to find when you get to Gary Russell Jr.? Besides him and his 90 brothers. You know what I'm saying? You think Gary Russell Jr. is easy money over there? Say, hey, for 9, you Benavidez or Darrell? Benavidez, dude. Zach, 90 brothers all named Gary. Be like, where's Gary? Oh, it's them. It's the whole crowd. Look, every guy in that crowd under the height of 5'8" is named Gary Russell Jr. You think you're just walking up into DC like that's just easy breezy? No, you're not doing that, dog. You're not. And don't act like you are. It ain't that easy, homie. But just make it easy. But you can make it easy. Anybody roll down on my pops like that, we fighting, especially if you're getting paid to fight. Especially if you're getting paid to fight. Especially if you're getting paid to fight. All right, man, let's do it. I'll whoop you. Let's do it. Okay, you put your hands on my pops. I got a clear fight date. I'll see you. And I'm going to beat the shit out you. Okay? Or I'm going to get beat up trying to beat the shit out you. He said, and a bunch of angry ass boxing brothers from the DMV. Yeah, dude, it ain't that easy over there, dude. It ain't that easy over there. And on top, it's a city too. You know what I mean? Like the land, it ain't Texas, dude. You ain't got no wide open landscape. Okay, where you might be catching some dude driving. Where you might be able to catch a dude because there's 15 minutes between one pocket of the city and another pocket of the city. No, dude, that's cramped. DC is cramped, and they will see your ass coming. Gary has a family in the public eye. He wouldn't do anything that would endanger his own family. Y'all need to chill out. I mean, you know, he ain't doing nothing. Ain't nobody going in there mess with that dude. But just fight, dude. Just get in the ring and fight, man. Sugar Fantastic in the building. Much love. Marquise Johnson, man. What's good? Salute to you as well. I think I missed another gong. And seen and unseen boxing. Anybody roll down on my pops like that and we're fighting on site. Seriously, if he would have done that, my dad would have hit him. But Gary Russell's his dad's sick with cancer though. That's not foul. You know, the cancer thing, that adds a little something extra to it. I think he went a little overboard. In the message, you know what I mean? Like, but not with his dad there. He just said he was kind of foul though. He had his arm around his dad when he said, "Stop ducking, Leo." You know what I mean? What's going on, Narco Champion TV El Bruto in the building? What's good, man? He said he's going to pay because Gary Russell will never get the fight. I mean, he wasn't going to get the fight anyway. If he wasn't going to get the fight, if he did or if he didn't do it. So if he ain't going to fight him now, he was never going to fight him anyway. He had a damn shirt on his back saying, "Fight me, Leo." And Leo don't want to fight him. Leo Santa Cruz does not want to fight him, man. So he ain't lose anything. That reminds me, like, you know, when people threaten, like you do something that somebody, some rich cat, some rich organization with a lot of money doesn't like, right? So like say a school has a speaker and a speaker that a specific, you know, group of, you know, organization doesn't like, but that organization has the money and has the ability to give money. And they say, well, if you had, because he had this speaker, then we're not going to give them money. They didn't have any intention to give the money in the first place. They just trying to go out there and make it look like it was a bad decision for them to, you know what I mean? That's just a smoke screen. He wasn't going to fight him anyway. Because if he was going to fight, the fight would have been made. You know? If he was going to fight him, the fight would have been made. I feel bad for Peter Quinlan. Thought he was going to really kill dudes. Hey, man, I didn't get to see the fight yet, but hey, man, Alfredo Angulo ain't easy, man. That's a tough dude. Alfredo Angulo's a tough dude, and Peter Quinlan, you know, was kind of easy to hit with that left hook. But hey, man, it was a good fight. Oh, Peter Quinlan needs to retire. Yeah, he probably does. Going to training. Well-spoken dude. I wish the best for him. But I didn't see the fight, so I can't speak on it. I can't speak on it too much. If Leo's pop didn't tell him to fight him for that, the whole family vaginas. That's not how you send a message. People can die playing those type of games. Jason Adams, they ain't doing nothing. Yeah, they can. But all you got to do is fight them. And that seems like it's a win-win for everybody. Why would you do something like, I mean, Gary, what is Leo Santa Cruz ain't picking up nothing and going to DC to find Gary Russell Jr. Gary just needs to fight Gary Russell Jr. if you're going to do something. And here's my thing too. Why, if you were, just say, for example, that I was somebody like my boy is a boxer or might just use my boy is Leo Santa Cruz, and be like, dang, he did that to your daddy. Why don't you just fight him? You want me to go get him? Why? He said he wants to fight you. Fight him. Are you going to defend your dad or not? Oh, you want somebody to go? You want somebody else to go risk their safety, risk their life to defend your pops when you can get paid to do it in a boxing ring? What sense would that make? Man, Leo ain't shooting nobody. Fight him. Why? Then Leo's a bitch. Period. Hey, if Leo wouldn't fight him, but he'd do that, then Leo's a bitch. Straight up. Because why would you do anything other? If you're going to react at all, then the reaction needs to be a fight in the boxing ring. Period. And if he reacts any other way, he's a punk. Because he's a fighter. Why would he need somebody else to defend him? And if you can whoop him with your hands, why wouldn't you just whoop him with your hands? If you did something else that's saying that you pretty much wouldn't fight the dude because you think you're going to lose. If the dude's easy money and you think you got a real chance to beat him and you can inflict something on him legally, why would you go to something illegal when you could easily do it legal? What sense is that? That's where call outs come from. Because you're like, look, I'm calling you out and I'm trying to embarrass you and you have the perfect option to fix this, right? Just like, watch, what happened to Dominic Brazil? Dominic Brazil was talking all that yak about Deontay Wilder, saying you need an urban dictionary to understand him, saying that he was this, saying he was that, doing this, talking that. And what did Deontay Wilder do? He got in a ring with him and he ended all of that. He didn't have to send his brother at him. He didn't have to do any of that stuff. He got into the ring, said, okay, get in the ring, and then he's commits to laying his ass out. And then now you got Dominic Brazil, humble as they come. There ain't no better way for Leo Santa Cruz to humble Gary Russell Jr. than to fight Gary Russell Jr. in a boxing ring. Get paid millions of dollars for it, take his belt up off of him, and then be like, yeah, that's what you get for talking all that ish. That's right there for Gary Russell Jr. Why would anybody want to make an argument for Gary Russell Jr. doing anything other than making that fight? I don't understand it. That's what it is. He's a fighter. And the only reason he wouldn't take the fight is two reasons he wouldn't take the fight. One, and they're related. One, he never intended to have the fight, and he didn't, and he doesn't. He has no intention on making that fight. We already know that's a fact. Or he knows he can't win the fight. So since he knows he can't win the fight, he's just gonna let it ride or resort to something else. You know? How do I feel about Mikey versus Pac? I got a video coming out in about an hour and a half talking about that. Check out the video. I got a video on that coming out today. I did it. I did it last night, uploaded for about 1 o'clock today. Nobody ever said Wilder should Brazil. Yeah. That's because they just talk shit. Oh, yeah, I'm tough. He's tough. Oh, you don't know. Oh, yeah. No, dude, that's what you guys would do because you ain't fighters. He didn't do that to you where you don't have an ability to beat him up. If Gary Russell did that to my mother, I know I can't. As little as that dude is, I know I cannot beat up Gary Russell Jr., okay? I know I can't beat him up. So that option's off the table for me. You put your hands on my daddy, a fist fight is not what I'm doing because I can't win that. That's just what do you call it? Out of the frying pan into the fire. But that's not the case with Leo Santa Cruz. Leo Santa Cruz is a professionally trained fighter. That's what he does for a living. Do your job. Do your job, Leo. And you should have fought him a long time ago so you didn't have to bring that type of shit on your family. You think you're just going to be able to hold the fucking belt and keep people from being able to secure their legacy and the respect that they believe that they deserve based on their skill because you want to pick and choose who you're going to fight? then don't be surprised somebody says crazy shit to you. He said, I'm a pop his little ass and I can fight. Hey, man, I'm just being real. I don't think I can beat up Gary Russell Jr. Okay? I don't. I ain't never been up close to him in person. I bet he's this tall, but nah, I ain't chancing it, homie. I ain't chancing it. He said, I'll beat my ass, but I'll still, hey, you know, those dudes can throw hands, man. Those cats ain't playing. They fight for fun. They enjoy fighting. Fanon, your body slam his little ass, cut it out. If I grab him, you think it's that easy to grab them little dudes? Oh, them little dudes, that ain't that easy to grab hold of his ass. You know what I mean? You might catch a couple they might catch one to the fucking liver on the way in. Like, you know what I'm saying? No. I ain't doing that. What I'm going to be like is, man, that's fucked up. Why you do that? Okay. And I'll take care of the shit another way. When I get my hands all his fucking properties, then I'll rename them in honor of my dad. It'd be like, this is the used to be Gary Russell Jr.'s property before he was stupid enough to lay his hands on my daddy. Now they're my properties. Thank you very much. If at all possible. Because you got to know, if you hurt somebody, you got to know how much money they worth. Because that comes into the damages. Hit that subscribe button, man. Smack that like button, man. Every son says, Fanon, whether I can beat him up or not is irrelevant to me at that point. Yeah, I mean, in self-defense, yeah. I mean, just, you know, I think I play a little differently, man. I played a little differently. This is my daughter, and you're like literally trying to put my hands on your daughter. It's all off. It's all out. It's all out. It's all out. You know, if he's trying to put his hands on my dad and I'm there, then it's all out. Obviously, it's all out. And it's all out, but it ain't all out with no hands. There's going to be a bottle somewhere around. There's going to be a bottle somewhere in reaching distance. There'll be something within reach. And trust me, you stick up your hand and try to block a bat try to parry a bat, your shit will be shattered. But that's just if, you know. Anyway, it is what it is, man. Wilder said most of those people was just watching the altercation. And of course, man, anyway, he got his ass laid out. We know what it is. Said a chair, stool, something. But I'm not just going hands that little dude. That little dude hurt me. Says slap his ass with a can of paint. Yeah, I might fuck around and pull out some mace. You know what I'm saying? Be like, grab some lace keychain, mace, then get his ass. But anyway, that was a pride moment for Leo. How can you not know what's going on and what's being said? I don't know. Was Leo there? He had to be somewhere close to his dad. He said, yeah, you can't parry a bat, homie. That shit don't work. That shit will go pow, pow. This shit shattered. Then this shit gets shattered. But man, just don't play with people's daddy. I mean, that is a risk, playing with people's daddy. Joking about people's daddy like that is kind of fast. I mean, you know, it is what it is. Only thing, what's going on, Mike Williams? Said Hotep for 9 and everybody in the chat. Hit that like button and join the Patreon. Yes, sir. I got a new chat. I got a new video up today on the Patreon. So patrons, if you haven't seen it, it's up. I like that one, man. For 9, Gary is very, very little. He's like 5'3". I know. 5'3" and in direct line with my liver and my Johnson. So them little dudes, I've never liked fighting little dudes. That shit don't feel right. Because, I mean, arm's length, I feel a little better. Them little dudes, I don't like. Little dudes are funny, man. And they're vicious, because, you know, they vicious. Little dudes are vicious. Little dudes will bite you. Little dude, you never know what to expect from a little dude. Because little dudes, they know that they little. So oftentimes they don't shoot a fair one, dog. You know, little dudes ain't known for fighting fair. I mean, big dudes are more known for fighting fair because fair works for them. Boop. Them little dudes, nah, dog. They'll pull some shit out on you. They get too close, they'll bite you. Nah, I don't Little dudes make me where I don't like little dudes. I don't like little dudes. Ain't the bad guy say he's a pro fighter. Stop believing in television. You'll get your ass. I know. He fights for a living. What am I going to do? Hit him? He going to be like, okay. You know? And say they're already mad. Yeah, they. You say you make it sound like an aggressive chihuahua. They are like a little aggressive chihuahuas. No, they already got, I'm telling you, they got chips on their shoulder, them little ass dudes. Them little dudes got chips on their shoulders, man. That's why Floyd Mayweather's that's why Gervonta's a jerk. Because he's little. I mean, you wonder why they got them funky ass attitudes? Because they little. They've always had to walk around and be like, nigga, how old are you? Man, I'm 15. Dog, you ain't 15, you like 6. Yeah, dude be like 23 getting carded. He'd be like 30 years old getting carded for alcohol, shit like that. Make your attitude. Then the girls you like are all taller than you. You know what I mean? Like they'll be like a dime piece chick, and you really like her, and she 5'6", and you 5'2", and you got to be like, "What's up, baby?" And everybody else be like, she'd be like, "Yeah, you real cute, but you too little, too small. Oh, you a little too small." See, they got all that shit be going through their minds, dude, and that's why they had them complexes like that. That's why I still think that's why Floyd hate that Ali is greater than him. Because he literally he could never whoop him. Yeah, that's why when you see Deontay Wilder walking up to him talking about bowing down, dude, Deontay Wilder did like this, like he bowed down, right? He gave him a little bow in a ring when he walked by Floyd, and dude, he bowed, and his head was still half a foot above Floyd. Floyd was still like, yeah. Nah, dog. You know, there's some ego shit around being little, man. I'm telling you. He said that's when you got to stand on your wallet. Come on, man. Ain't nobody doing that, dog. I believe there's something about being, it doesn't, and I know the feeling because you'll ever be around big dudes? Said Fanon, you sound like a heightist Fanon, like sexist. But dude, have you ever been around a bunch of dudes that are way fucking bigger than you? Dog, like hang out with I've been around a bunch of football players, and I'm like, God, dog, all these dudes is big. I'm walking through the room. I can't see the door for every fucking body that's over me. You know what I mean? Like I used to go to parties on the south side of Chicago, and I swear, cats on the south side of Chicago are the biggest dudes on average that I've ever been around at the parties. Because there's always dudes that are 6'3", 6'4", 6'3", 6'4", 220, 230, 260. They be all over the fucking place, just big ass Mississippi dudes, right? Formerly Mississippi dudes. And I'm not as big as them. And I gotta walk through all these dudes. Every time they turn their arm, they hit me all in the fucking head with their forearm. Oh, I'm sorry, little man. Sorry, hey, I'm sorry, little man. No, that shit don't feel good. And I only have to go through that. Every once in a while. These dudes' whole life is like that. He said, somebody said, shout out to Chi-Town. Yeah, dude, Chi-Town got some big ass dudes. Number one, it's winter. It's winter so long and cats be eating and not going outside, they just get big. They just get big. When I went to New Orleans, little dudes in New Orleans ain't big like that. Some of them are tall. But for the most part, they're just not really a lot of really big dudes like there is in Chicago or Ohio or wintry type of places. You know what I mean? So I know what it is to be little, dog, and littler. And it ain't cool, man. Today is the first day of fall. It's still 90-something degrees where I am. My homie 6'5", 235, and I stopped drinking with him because my liver couldn't hang. Hey, dude, them cats are just big ass dudes. But anyway, man, I'm just telling you, man, it's like that's how you are a 6'2" point guard. Did these guys be feeling like they're little? Because you are compared to these big ass dudes. And that's how, but they feel that their whole life with everybody, including regular sized women. I mean, Gervonta Davis, Leo Santa Cruz, Gervonta Davis, Tevin Farmer are smaller than your average. They're about the size of your average female, right? They're all about 5'4". That's the size of the average woman is like 5'4". You know what I mean? So that means half of the women in the United States are taller than them. And you can't tell me they don't want to get with some of them women that they got to look up at. I'm just saying. You know it's true. And you know it's true. For nine, you ever been to Union Park in Chicago? Union Park. Are you talking about Millennium? Like what's Millennium Plaza now? Union Park? Is that doesn't ring a bell. But I haven't been there. You know, if that's a South Side Park, like a Jackson Park or Washington Park. What's the one that used to be down? What's the one downtown that changed the name to Millennium Park? It used to be named something else. My eldest son is taller than me. I'm 5'11", he's 6'5". Yeah, that's awkward. My son is starting to bump into me and not move when I'm walking by. I'm about to throw his little ass in the wall. Yeah, Jose de Jesus, 6'3", 210. I've been around some professional athletes, and they make me feel small. Yeah, them dudes be big, man. Real big. But let's get back onto this subject. Let's change subjects to Errol Spence Jr. Better go visit Maury. There's Maggie Daly. There's Maggie Daly Park. Yeah, that's some shit that they just must have renamed, because Maggie Daly, I do believe, is Richard Daley's wife, and she passed, you know, within 10 years, I do believe. So if they named a park, that's recent. They would have to rename a park for her. Hey, Terry Smoot said no notifications going out, man. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. Hey, but look, man, any questions you guys want me to answer, I'll be more than happy to do so. I don't know what else I can say about this fight with Errol Spence and Sean Porter, man. It's like, I'm just hoping that Sean Porter, they did your right. Oh, yeah, they did. Yeah, they had to have renamed it because he was alive. They renamed somebody's park. They took a name from somebody else and gave it to Maggie Daly. Very intense week this for now. Yeah, this week. And very intense fight week for now. It's going to be, man. I can't wait. I'm looking forward to the face-off. I'm looking forward to the weigh-in. I'm looking forward to the fight. The closer I get to this fight, though, man, the less I'm really worried. Because it's going to be tough on Sean Porter, man, for real. It's going to be tough on Sean Porter. Randy, really noticed from my profession that football players and boxers tend to have bigger heads than baseball players and basketball coaches. What? That's an odd. I don't understand. What are the basketball coaches? You talking about basketball players or egos? For now, you calling Fight Live? Yes, I will be. I will be calling the fight live. Yeah, man. I'm be. Too bad Errol Spence ain't gonna call out Crawford though, because he want to fight Manny, even though Manny not with it. Hey, man, why don't you wait till the fight happens, man? And we don't need these predictions about what people ain't gonna do before it didn't happen. Oh, said helmet pressure and swelling, I guess. Football players, I don't know, man. I've never really liked hanging out with football players. I thought you were talking about ego. Basketball players tend to have some big egos. Football players tend to be too damn aggressive. That's why I don't fuck with football players. Too aggressive. I don't like hanging out with dudes who want to wrestle and tussle and bump and shit like that. Like, get the fuck off me, dude. They a little too quick triggered. You know what I mean? By and large. Spence about to hand Porter a nasty beatdown. Hope K. Diddy got that towel ready. You said I played football. It was glorious. Yeah, you violent. If you think football is glorious, you violent. You got a violent nature. All right. Because I ain't into that, dude. Man, my high school track coach was pissed that I wasn't playing football. And I was like, man, for what? I'm running track. Ain't nobody running into me. Ain't nobody knocking me down. I ain't got to worry about no concussion. You know what I mean? For what? What do I want to do that you yelling at me all the damn time? What for? Why? They were hot. They were hot. Man, try to make life difficult for me. Like, man, why are you making my life difficult? Because I don't want to go risk my neck for you? Get up out of here, man. I'm running. I used to do like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, penultimate, boop, boop. It was over. You know what I mean? Run from here to there. Stretch. Then nobody hit me in the middle of my diaphragm, make me vomit. Fanon ran track because that was light skin. That's what light skinned people do. First of all, I was one of the blackest people in my school. Easy. Top 2% of darkness in my school, in my city. I went to school with Europeans. I didn't go to school with y'all. So I went through my whole life being black skinned. Thank you very much. Terry Smoot, I was a long jumper and a triple jumper. So I went through my whole life being black skinned. Okay. Anthony Scott said, new to the channel, love the work you're putting. Think Errol Spence Jr. wins easy. What would Porter have to do to win? That's love in the super chat, man. I think in order to win, he would have to I think he would have to accidentally get up on the cards early and run for the hills. He'd have to get up on the cards early, accidentally headbutt Errol Spence and have and get a decision based on the cards. Really and truly, I don't know what he can do to beat Errol Spence because Errol's a southpaw. He'd have to be able to counter Errol Spence's jab, come over the top of Errol Spence's jab, and hit and have a good straight right hand, which is what people would typically do to southpaws. When they jab, you come over the top of the jab, and also your straight right hand is supposed to be, the straight right hand is the kryptonite of a southpaw. So to be able to get the straight right hand off, but Sean Porter is loopy with his punches, and I think he's just going to come in. I think he's just going to get hit with a lot of jabs. I think he's going to eat a lot of jabs and get behind in the cards, moving around, running around, eating jabs and straight lefts. Fighting Quads, I had a dream last night. Porter upset Spence and got the W. Well, that means it ain't going to happen. That means that because the chances of your dream coming actually true is slim to none. So you having that dream just fucked up the chances, just fucked up the percentage chances of it actually happening, homie. Because if you need a dream to make that shit come true, you ain't got much hope, dog. You ain't got much no. Yeah, I'm going 70-30. I'm going 70-30 with it, 70-30. I just don't, because the thing about Spence, that's why I'm going to say the same thing about Terrence Crawford. When somebody makes very few mistakes, there's very little to capitalize on. And Errol Spence is rough as shit. So I don't see how he's going to, when Errol Spence is making so little mistakes, how is he going to beat him from the outside? You know what I mean? How's he going to beat him from the outside? Because Errol Spence ain't there really. His guard is responsible. His hands are up, so it's going to be tough getting on a clean shot on him against a longer, taller southpaw. It's not like he's going to be able to jab, like stick on the jab on the outside and lead with the jab because Errol Spence can catch the jab. He can catch the jab. And the amount of pressure that he puts on him, I just think that's tough. He's a better fighter. Like, I don't think Mikey Garcia I don't think Sean Porter from the outside is as good, can do anything that Mikey Garcia can't do from the outside. You know what I mean? Except for move. And when you're moving, you're not scoring any punches. You're just moving around. So I don't think that he can really, Mikey Garcia, from what I can see, is a better boxer on the outside and at mid-range than Sean Porter, or he'll score more easily. And he couldn't score out there. And Kell Brook was able to score out there, but we already proved that Kell Brook is a better fighter on the outside than Sean Porter is. He beat the piss out the boy. I don't see it. I don't see it. And I think the fact that Errol Spence punches are so straight. I mean, none of that. This shit's not loopy. It's boop, 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 boop. And I really think that uppercut on the inside is gonna cause some pain and suffering, homie. I think it's gonna be some pain and suffering in that mug. That's what I think. Right, not happening, homie. Right, not happening, homie. Steve Lamont Hawkins. I'm not sure what that means. Buck teeth can bulldoze or be rough and tough. All he wants, he's still going to be man down. Yeah, but I don't think that rough and tough game was going to work for him. Because Errol Spence is with the body shots on the end. It's this part. Because if Sean Porter is getting in and he's holding, he's grabbing, Errol Spence Jr. is going to drop that uppercut on the inside and the uppercut, not just the uppercut to the chin, but the uppercut to the body, uppercut to the solar plexus. Fanon, how hot was it? Oh, it's hot as fuck up in there, dog. It was hot. It was hot. It's hot. Hotter in there than it was outside. That's a tin can. That shit's a tin can. Just put a tin can outside and fight inside of a big ass tin can. That shit is hot. It is hotter. And I mean, most of this training camp, it's been 105, 110. So probably 105, 110 degrees in there, I would suspect. 105, 110, something like that in there. It's hot. That's for damn sure. It ain't cool. Ain't no air conditioner. It's hot. Kel fed Porter chocolate brownies. Yeah, he did. Is it AC free? There is no AC in there. No AC. It's like a warehouse. You know, in Texas, they got warehouse gyms. Like they rent out a warehouse. They empty out the warehouse, where you would typically store things. Theirs is smaller. It's like probably used to be a smaller storage facility, but it's still like a little mini warehouse, but it doesn't have the really high roofs. But all these places in Texas are hot, man. Dude, you can't even really have like air conditioning in cars sometimes in Texas. Because it's so hot, your AC won't work. I never heard of that shit. Like, where things get so hot. KQKC called me during the live stream. That must have been an accident. Yeah, man, it gets so damn hot, the AC won't work. Like, I thought some shit was wrong with my car. I took it into the shop. I was like, hey, what's wrong with my car? They're like, no, your Freon's perfectly fine. I said, but this shit, it gets hot and the AC won't work. He said, yeah, it's too hot. It's too hot for the AC to work. Yeah, the engine heat gets so hot that it just starts blowing hot air. I never heard nothing like that happening before till I got to this mug. What's good, Fanon? I wonder how dirty Sean will get if he's in real trouble. I don't know if the KO happens without a borderline DQ. Porter, like the Juggernaut, no, he ain't, because the Juggernaut got dropped by Adrian Bronner. Okay, so I don't want to hear that, dog. If Adrian Bronner can drop you, you ain't foolproof. He said it's hot down here in the South, man. Yeah. I mean, it's hot like New Orleans. That never happened in New Orleans because New Orleans heat is like humidity heat. This is just pure ass fire. You know what I mean? Like, ouch type of hot, dog. I prefer cold over heat, But I'm from Texas. No, you ain't hard, man. No, you don't. Let me tell you, I will take a Texas hot ass summer every year, every day, all day over some Chicago winter. That cold? No. That is not funk. You can't function in that shit. Heat, you can function. You know what I mean? You can stay in the shade. You can do something. You can hurry up and get to your car. You can roll down the windows and let the air blow at you. You're going to be hot and it's going to be uncomfortable, but it ain't going to be like the cold. The cold is like you can't move. You can't move. Like you go outside too long and your fingers will lock up. If you from Texas, have anybody from Texas ever been somewhere where your hands won't move and your feet and your toes feel like your toes feel completely like your foot feels numb? Like you're walking, you can't feel your feet. You can't feel your hands. You can't feel your nose and your face. That's cold. I'll take the heat. Everything within moderation, though. Now, if you're talking about 130, but right now, what temperature is out here, man? Let me look at this temperature so I can tell you. I just went walking in whatever temperature this is. It's 90 degrees, and it feels like after this summer, 90 degrees feels like, oh man, this is cool. 90 degrees feels like, yeah, okay. When it gets down to 80, I'm gonna be like, yeah, woo. And when it gets down to, see, that's probably why you think you like cold weather. Because if you're from Texas, you probably think that 60 degrees is cold weather. You might even think 40 degrees is cold weather. 40, that ain't cold weather. You have track practice outside in 40-degree weather. 40-degree weather is just chilly. Okay? That's just a little chilly. You know what I mean? 40, that's easy money. In 40, there's times when people come outside with no coat in 40 degrees. Be like, oh, I don't need no jacket, just a light jacket. Matthew Valentine, much love in that super chat, man. Said Spence equals strong, poor equals in trouble. Excellent work. Thank you, sir. I appreciate your support on the channel. I've been putting out more content, and I've been putting out a lot more content per day, and I appreciate you guys. Man, anybody that watches these videos all the way, I do 10-minute videos. Every one of you two that take the time and watch the videos to the end, thank you very much. Because I can't tell you how much you set me free. You set this channel free. I promise you. Thank you so, and I just want to say that over and over and over again. Thank you so much. Steve, did I time you out? No, I never time anybody out. I didn't time you out. Somebody else. You got to look at your timed out. It would say in there who timed you out. Just go back and look at your thing and ask them. But no, I didn't. I didn't. I looked at your comment and read it, though. Thanks, Mike. Hey, Michael James, if you watch the video all the way to the end, thank you. Thank you. Because I swear to God, thank you. And I'm not going to explain why, but that's more important. That's you guys that do that are just as important to the channel as people that give the super chats, people on the Patreon. I so much appreciate you. Because I tried to first of all, generally speaking, that means you're a more mature person. But no, I didn't time you out, my man. Hardman said your videos are great to me for non-knowledge. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that, man. Because I went away from being a channel. I went away from doing like 3 minute, 5 minute, 7 minute videos. Because I'm like, man, this shit is like, you're really not giving anything but exactly what it is that you can get from a news, you can get from the article yourself. Whenever I do that, man, I feel like I might as well just put a link to the article and let you read for yourself. Sure, I think that the thing that should value that people bring is your opinion. And you don't have to agree with my opinion, you know? But the only thing that I have that is unique is my opinion. And that offends a lot of people. But it is what it is, man. I got to give my opinion. I don't have to, but I'm gonna. Let me see. Smash that like button. Fanon, okay, LCD, lowest common denominator boxing, home of the U.S. demographic. Fanon, I was in Afghanistan 2004, 5, 9, 10, and it was the coldest I've ever been in my life. And when I got back up, I didn't want no smoke with cold weather, homie. Afghanistan gets cold like that? I would think, is Afghanistan one of the places to get really, really hot during the daytime and really, really cold at night? Like a desert, like the desert gets really, really cold at night and really, really hot during the day. I wouldn't enjoy that at all. Texas, it's 90. This summer, I've gone outside at 11 o'clock at night and it was 95 degrees. Pitch black outside and 95 degrees. I was like, this is unreal. Unreal. Tony said facts for now. Yeah, man. He said, yep, desert temps plus sandstorms like a motherfucker. Oh, hell no. You guys must have been in the military, man. Salute. Salute to you in the military. You guys are far more brave than me. My story, I was gonna go to the military. This is my experience thinking about the military. My dad, I went to junior college for 1 year before I went to a 4-year college. And my dad walked up to me one day and said, if you don't go to a real college next year, you're going to the military. It's up to you. And he walked out the house. And I was like, I'm going to get my grades right and go to fucking college. Okay? I ain't going to no military. Thing that threw me off about the military was the push-ups. Funny enough, it wasn't anything about like the chance that you might go to, have some real altercations. It was that I just pictured somebody screaming at me to do push-ups and get up in the morning and do push-ups. I was like, I don't want that shit. So I'm going to college. That's as close as the military as I came. But if I had not been able to get into college, homie, I would have been in the military. Because my pops would have been, get the fuck out of my house. They'd be like, well, what are you going to do if I don't go? You can get the fuck out of my house and go work at McDonald's. I go to the military. Because if it was between the military and McDonald's, I was going to the military. You know what I mean? If it's between college and the military, I'm going to college. He said the military ain't that bad. I mean, hey, man, my dad was in the military. My granddad was in the military. Whole bunch of people in the military. I'm just telling you, I had no idea what it was. I just didn't want to go. He said, oh, Ms. Box, I went in at 17 years old and never looked back, man. Salute. Salute to you. And I learned later on by meeting people who are in the military what their lives were like in the military. And hey, man, like I said, that's my hats off, man. Narco TV said McDonald's to eat all them hamburgers for free. But I told my son that too. I told my son, look, man, if you're not listening to me, your grades ain't good, I'll send your ass to a military school. I said, you either going to college or the military. He said, hey, you can't force me to go to the military. I said, okay, but I can force your ass to go to a military school now. And you got another 6 years before you up out my house. Act right, or you're taking your ass to a military school and they will teach your ass how to do the shit you're supposed to do when it's your time to do the shit you're supposed to be doing. Thank you very much. He has attempted to straighten up his shit ever since. I joined at 17. Also, Ms. Box. That's what's up, Juan Lejeune. But I found out later, or depends on what your MOS is that decides if they let you box. Oh, I'm not sure what that is. What you talking about there? Steve said, come on, Fanon, for real. Push-ups. I thought you would have said movie full. No, the push, dude, that's what I'm talking about. the push-ups, the running, the climbing shit, having somebody yell at you, getting pissed off because you can't make a pin drop off your bed, all that telling people telling you what to do, all that shit. All of it. And the fact that I might have to go out there and actually be engaged in it. Because I wasn't going, if you didn't go to college, you go into as an enlisted man. And enlisted people, they're not officers. So I thought to myself, I'm going to college. I just saw School Days. Why in the world would I go to Full Metal Jacket and not School Days? You kidding me? So I went to School Days. And joined a fraternity and got on a bunch of women. Dude, that's easy. You kidding me? That was easy choice for me. Easy choice. Easy choice. Jamel Herring is the military man. Hey, dude, I don't have anything against people in the military. I don't have anything against the people in the military. Please don't misunderstand what I'm saying. I do not. All I said was when my choice was go to college or go to the military. Full Metal Jacket, School Days. I chose School Days. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Hey, that's all I'm saying. Now, there's a lot of guys that I went to school with that came out of the military, and they were some of the best students. I'm a Kappa. Kappa Alpha Psi is my fraternity. Say, yeah, we knew about and supported heroin while I was in. Okay. Fanon over military all day. School over military all day. Hey, man. Hey, that was my view. That's my view. Some people like that, though. Especially people who want to go to the Naval Academy and things like that, But it is what it is, man. Like I said, I'm not judging anybody going to the military. Yeah, Kyle Brown, that's the cat with we're the ones with the canes, dog. Say you used to stomp the yard. Nah, dude, we're noobs. We don't stomp, and I owned the yard. Thank you very much. I owned it. I walked on the yard like a god. Who said that shit? I walk like this. I walk this earth like a god. Dog, I walked the yard like a god. That's what I did. I walked the yard like a god. Dog, I was the most arrogant motherfucker you ever meet in your life in college. Terrible. Who said that, though? Oh, and Charles Martin, I walked this earth like a god. Dog. I walked that yard like a god. That's what I felt like. Said he a pretty boy Nuke. Hey, man. You know how I roll. King Charles Martin, that's what's up. He said he got Charles Martin got KO'd by a proven bum, AJ. Hey, AJ ain't no bum, man. He just overrated. There's a difference. There's a big difference. Hold on one second. Hey, Dixie Freely said, much love to your channel from the brothers. That's what's up, man. The Qs? Is that a Q? What's that lightning bolt? What's that lightning bolt? Or is that a Sigma? You got a lightning bolt. I can't see that. It's black. It's black and yellow too. So that could be the alphas. There was another UK KO in my opinion. I walked off my line 2 weeks later. They got suspended along with the Kappas and the alphas. Hey man, you snitch? Is that why they got put off line? Somebody snitched. Hey dude, I pledged when people was killing people, with people doing some major shit, dude. Omega, that's what's up. That's what my first thing was. I thought that was a Q. What's good, man? That was my second choice. Just so you know, Omega Sci-Fi, that was my second choice. Oh, you ain't Hustle Sim, you a Sigma? Hey, dude, Sigmas were cool, man. Sigmas up north are different than the Sigmas where I was from. Because I pledged in New Orleans. So Sigmas are different places, different places in the country. A Q was my second choice. Distant second. But There was really no second choice because I was gonna make them noobs. I was a noob. I was born a noob. Sigma gang, that's what's up. Blue fire till I die, that's what's up. Yeah, I like the Sigmas. I like the Qs too. Qs get a bad rap though, dude, because they really, really smart guys, man, by and large, dude. They by and large, you guys are real smart dudes, man. But we used to go at it, man. I used to go at it with the Qs, like, because we had canes, and I was real arrogant, but I kept my cane. And since I ran my chapter, and my chapter was the most brutal of everybody in the city. So as a result, I was, I had much rank throughout the city. And we never was walking nowhere without no canes. So cats was like, you cats, when y'all be like stomping through the yards, doing all that, stomping and bumping and shit, dog, I was standing right in the middle doing my cane and be like, dog, please bump me. Please Q walk your ass through me. So we can light it off full fucking effect. Exactly. Hop your ass right over there. Hop and spin your ass right over there. But the Qs is cool, man. They just real smart, man. Like underrated smart. Crazy, but smart. Crazy, but smart. Like, damn, y'all would think these dudes is like big and crazy as they act. You would think they didn't have their shit together, but by and large, they really had their stuff together, dude. Really had their stuff together. While we didn't. Let me find out you had a Vice Lord Canes for 9. I had red and white. I had red and white cane, and I could twirl the shit out of the mugs with both hands, and I kept them in both hands. This bloop, the mugs changed the weapons quick. Cats, dog, quick. Sounds like you were gay. Hey, dude, look, man. We used to do this shit. We smoked the dope. We drank the wine. Noop, motherfucker. It's party time. That's what we were doing. School, women. That was the whole mission of college. School and women. That was it. It was fun, though, man. It was fun, man. Coming back down to the real world was different, though. Because it's like, okay, now we're in the real world. We actually got to do this work. The legal gang. Now, man, it was undergrad, man. Undergrad, man. How was the hazing? We don't haze. I ain't never heard of hazing. People don't haze. That's a myth. That's a lie. That's a lie. That's a lie they tell out there to try to make us black, make our fraternities look like heathens. Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated has never hazed ever. Anybody, never. And if you hear anything to the contrary, that's a lie. I caught the OG Boxing Talk replay yesterday. That's what's up. Kai Brown says smart answer. Hey, that's the only answer that is. That's the truth, man. But look, man, I got to run out here. Hey, but I was definitely a leader. And it was fun, dude. Yeah, man, them dudes is that. See, that's another thing, man. Them white fraternities are nothing like black fraternities. Nothing like it. Like, the idea that you can walk into a school and join a fraternity your first week that you there is odd, to say the least, to me. Like, the whole idea of a rush, like you're going to interview us about whether you want to be a part of our organization. Yes, we would really like you to be part of our organization. What? Hell no. We ain't talking to you. We don't want you. You better come ask us, and sincerely, often, and be ready to prove it. It's the exact opposite, dog. It's the exact opposite. He said, yeah, but these guys, dude, I was reading this thing about Rush and how Malika Obama's daughter went to this school and she was figuring out whether she was going to choose AKA or choose some European fraternity or sorority. And I was like, dude, whoever wrote this article don't know how this works. Okay, I guarantee you, them AKs are not going to go to her and say, please join, please join, please join. What they're going to be like is, I don't give a fuck who your daddy is. If we don't want you, you ain't coming. And on top of that, more than likely, you ain't coming because your daddy is who he is and you gonna snitch. So the fuck out of here. We don't want you. I guarantee you, that's the mentality. That's the mentality of the women that were at that college. And if it's changed, I'd be shocked. But that's the attitude they're gonna take. They're not gonna take the, oh, you're the president's daughter. Will you please be in our sorority? They're going to be like, dude, that's the president's daughter. We don't want that broad. You know how much trouble they're going to bring on our head? We ain't going to be able to do this. We ain't going to be able to do that. We ain't going to be able to do this. We can't do that. There's going to be all kind of Secret Service watching us all the fucking time. No. Tell that chick to go pledge Zooby Dooby Dooby. Get the fuck out of here, man. He said, nah, frats aren't secret societies. Everybody knows that what they are. They are in the open. They're private organizations in college. But dude, people don't get it twisted, dude. Just don't get it twisted. It's not what most people think it is. It's just black people that get together and you just, anyway. Discretion is a must. Exactly, dude. You can't be having the president's daughter in your sorority. You kidding me? Kind of how the hell are you going to do anything with the Secret Service in the fucking room? You know what I'm saying? She got Secret Service protection. You're gonna be like, yeah, we're gonna go do our rituals. Can you leave your Secret Service person behind you? Nah, dog, no. That shit ain't gonna work, homie. That shit ain't gonna work. He said, I pledged in the 90s. I'm glad there was no Me Too. Oh, there ain't no Me Too with black chicks. They volunteer. They try to get you, but you know, ain't nobody Me Tooing you when you in college because you ain't got no money. However, but the football players. But if you're academic, shit's better to be an academic all-star anyway, in my opinion, because you know who the women are that are worth keeping. The hoochie chicks, pretty hoochie type chicks, they're out there trying to aim for the pros, football players, but the dime piece about their business chicks, they're out there trying to get with the dudes in the medical school and people graduating from the business school. It's just, you get just as attractive women, but a higher quality one than you get. If that's why those pro athletes keep getting caught with very attractive chicks that wind up being on Basketball Wives and stuff like that. You like really want to fuck with them chicks? I don't get that, but you know, it is what it is, man. But anyway, man, much love to everybody in the super chat, everybody in the chat. Definitely check out the Patreon video that we dropped off just to let you know what it's about. It's how to detect a intellicoon. I invented a corny ass phrase called intellicoon, which is an intelligent coon. How do you spot somebody making an argument where they're making a bunch of valid points and you feel like there's something that ain't really right about it, but you can't put your finger on it? There's a way that you can identify them because they typically do two things. And that's what the video is about. The two things that they do that no matter what their argument is, it will fall into these. They will be doing two things. Two things. They will do two things that should alert you to their intellicoon, intellicoon status. And honestly, will allow you, yeah, she's not that intelligent though. She's a flat out coon, okay? She's just a flat coon because she doesn't do the first thing. She's just a flat coon. However, somebody like a Richard Steele, somebody like a Clarence Thomas, those are intellicoons. They're intellicoons. Tim Bradley's just coon. Pure coon. Pure coon. Because he's talking about boxing. So, you know, pure coon. Anyway, check it out on the Patreon. I think you'll enjoy it. And then if you're a patron, let me know what you think about it. And with that, I'm out. Peace. Oh, there is no such thing as the boule. Please stop. Please stop with the boule stuff. There's no such thing as a boule. Okay, I'm just gonna tell you. There's no secret organization of rich black people doing jack shit. Okay, there's not. All right, I know plenty of people that would be boule if there was any fucking such thing as that. Okay, there's not. There's just a bunch of intellicoons. Okay, that's it. There's not. That's a myth. Don't believe it. There's not. No. Just get that out of there. Get the boule talk out. Okay, I promise you, it's not real. Jack and Jill, yeah, it's not real. Okay, they don't control nothing. They ain't pushing no buttons. None of that. They're intellicoons. That's what they are. I'm telling you. Or if they're in a black community, they are just, there's black folk. They got businesses, right? And who got some money, and now they think they're better than you. Don't elevate them to any stars, to any status above the intellicoons. Okay, the intellicoons, they're the diabolical ones. They're the ones that are there for a purpose. Okay, and they're very good at what they do, and it's very difficult to argue with them because they use facts. They use facts and statistics that are true, and on their face, you cannot argue with them. But they always have these two things that they're doing with those facts. There's one thing that they do with those facts and one thing that they're not doing with those facts. And I'm telling you, you ball them up every time. I've been practicing on them for a while, and they don't want no part of me. I'm telling you. Anyway, it is what it is. Oh, TDJ for show. TDJ's just for show. But he's just more like a pimp. See, I put TD Jakes, I just put into the pimps. Pastors, I just put into pimp. Unless, to me, a pastor is like a second cousin to a pimp, unless proven otherwise. It's the same skill set. It's the same monetary source. You talking people out of their money. That's pimps and preachers are like the same thing to me. They're like, you know what I mean? Only difference is one wears a louder color purple. That's it, dog. Anyway, it is what it is. Second, yeah, exactly. It's like a second cousin to a pimp. First cousins many times. Anyway, it is what it is. And with that, I'm out. Peace.